So today we are on our Capital One 360 account, so that way we can go ahead and show you how to create savings buckets. So you can see right over here, I actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 additional accounts outside of my actual checking account, which is right here, and my credit card. And I want to show you how to go ahead and do these. You can name these in different ways. You can, set them up in certain functions that work best for you as a buckets type of account. So let's go ahead and clean up the screen here, and I'm going to show you a few details on how this all works. So as an example, I went into one of our accounts. This one is just called savings, and it has a number right over here, which is 1.2K. That's actually just for me as a detail. And that's actually one of the functions here you can use for creating these different buckets. You can name them whatever you want. So you can see we currently have $5,500 in here. We actually have some upcoming transactions based off of bills and things that are going to be due. So we set these up for the future. So you can change these transfers over once you are ready for them and have them in here. You can also create auto savings as well. So when money comes into that main checking account, you can have it disperse into whichever savings accounts you want. So I will show you how to go ahead and create the nickname for these, and then you could also move them around on your account so they don't always have to be stacked in the way that they were created. So if you want like your big emergency fund at the bottom, if you want your vacation at the top, however you want them, you can move them around all the time, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. All right, so I went back here to the main screen here for us because the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to nickname these as well as move them. And then if you don't already have some of these savings accounts, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and create them. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's not a limitation that I have when it comes to creating these savings accounts. And from what I know, I think you could have at least 15 or plus more savings accounts here on Capital One. Don't quote me. So if you need to have multiples, you are more than welcome to. There is a zero cost to have these as well. So I am not taking any kind of fees for having these multiple savings accounts. And yes, they are all high yield savings accounts. So we are earning some money on each one individually as they sit here and, collect a little bit of dust for whatever savings we have them for. All right, so let's go ahead and showcase really quick on actually naming these and moving these around, because that's going to be very important on creating your buckets. So really quick, before we continue on, if you are somebody who has not yet opened up a Capital One account and is looking forward to opening one after this video, make sure you check out the link in the show notes down below or the QR code here on screen to sign up and using our preferred partner link. That link actually gets you a nice $300 bonus, and it does help support us out so we can make more free content just like this for you. So up here towards the top, you're going to see where it says my name, and it has my photo here. That is my dog over here on there too. And it does have a down arrow. So let me actually clean this up a little bit and toggle on here. I didn't get all of it off the screen, but that's okay, because the option we need here where it says account and feature settings, this is where we want to go ahead and click on. All right, so that took us over here to the accounts and features settings. So first off, it's going to show us our account display options. Now, I do apologize for having to cover up so many different things. Some of these nicknames are with other people's names on them, so I did have to cover them up, as well, of course, as the account numbers. So for us over here, you're going to see these little pencils on the right-hand side for us. Now, these pencils are going to give you the option to go ahead and nickname these accounts. So you can see the one I can show you over here says savings, and this says 1.2K. And the reason for this, just so it's a little easier for some people, the only reason I did that was because I want to have a certain baseline in the savings account. So anything above that is used for my typical bills, like my rent or mortgage or anything else that kind of comes due. And then anything after that is just kind of building up a mini emergency fund for me. Now, the way this is also going to work as well too is these are all, you can see here, the performance savings. So I did mention you're going to get that high yield savings. Now, our main account over here is our checking account. Now, I call this the bill pay. So everything that's in this account pretty much will get pulled for bills exclusively. So there's nothing else coming out of this account. That's how I like to function it. But if you wanted to, there is a way you can actually have 2 checking accounts, but unfortunately, only one of them will have a debit card. The other one would just be through the account and routing number. So that can work for a lot of people. Now, I mentioned earlier, we have that little pencil over here on the side, right? I'm going to do an arrow on this one over here. So I'm going to click this and I'm going to show you what this looks like. All right, so this is what pops up. It's a little window here for us, and it says we get to edit this account. And it's going to give us that account number as well here, and it shows you the current nickname. So if it doesn't have a nickname, it'll just be blank here for you. So you can change this into anything you want. There are limitations on the characters and the type of characters you could put in here. You could also set this as your primary payment account if you really wanted to. We don't need that here for us. So we change it to whatever we need, and then we can click on save, and it'll change that name pretty instantly here for us. Now, I also mentioned earlier that you can also rearrange these. So if you notice that all of these are actually arranged in an order that you saw them on the main screen. So in order to do that, all we got to do is scroll down here on this page just a little bit here for us. And towards the very bottom, there's a section here that says rearrange accounts. So let's go ahead and click on this. All right, so this brought up a new pop-up menu here for us. It has these little tools here at the top, and it says reorder accounts. So you can see all the accounts in the current order that they are sitting in. And this will also update on your mobile device as well too, so keep that in mind. So you can see our Quicksilver credit card here is at the very top, and if we kind of hover towards these 3 stacked lines, it says drag to order. Fortunately, I can't do that here on screen because it is going to start showcasing all of my numbers. So if you wanted to have the Quicksilver card, let's say like third in place, or move the savings up to the very top, or have your bill pay at the very top, you can do that. And again, this might be dependent on, maybe the holidays are starting to come up and you had a holiday fund, and so you want to see it a little bit more clearly. Now that it's getting closer, you can move that up towards the top or move it towards the bottom at the end of the year, and then that way you can start building back up. So however that functions for you, however you want it to work, you get to have control of how the order on your home screen works, whether it's on desktop or on your mobile. All right, so we hop back over here on one of our savings accounts. This is our regular savings over here for us. And I mentioned earlier, there is some automatic savings. So now I want to show you how this looks like, so that way you can go ahead and have things automated, because that makes things a lot easier. So we're going to click on automatic savings. And so this is going to bring up this new page here for us, and we're going to click on the right-hand side button over here that says create a savings rule. Now from here, it's going to ask you how you want this to go. So what is the amount? Let's say in this account, we want $100, and it's going to ask the recurring frequency here for us, whether it's weekly, every other week, monthly, quarterly, every 6 months, or every year. So let's just say you get paid once every other week. And right over here, we're going to go ahead and pick a start date. So let's say you get paid on Friday the 28th. We're going to click on review. And that's going to bring us to this pop-up menu over here for us. Now, it does toggle on a business checking account for us here, but if you wanted to toggle onto this section here, the transfer from, you can go ahead and choose any other account. So for us, we did our bill pay account over here for us. It will show you how much is currently available on each account as well. So this is saying every other week, we're going to be having $100 coming in from our bill pay account over to our savings. So this could work really well for your paychecks. Obviously, maybe depending on when you get paid, maybe you can have it the next day instead, but either way, you can go ahead and have that all work out for you. You can click on confirm, and you can do that with every single savings account and have them all separated based off of the dollar amount you want to go into each one. All right, so we went ahead and jumped back over here to our main page of our Capital One account, because I want to show you how to go ahead and open up additional savings accounts if you want to have, all of these different buckets. Now, one thing is, if you do not already have a Capital One account as a whole, like I mentioned earlier, I'll have a link for you in the show notes down below or here on screen. You can jump in. Typically, I believe it's like $300 bonus using our link. Does help support us out, so we make more free content just like this and support you out. Now, the next thing we want to talk about here is actually going through this step-by-step process, whether you have a account as a whole or you are just opening everything up. It's going to be fairly similar in this journey. All right, so now with all that being said, what we want to do is go ahead and open up these additional savings accounts. And you can kind of go into any account you want, but we're going to go into our checking account. So we're going to click on View Account, and that's going to take us to our main page here for this particular checking account. Now, there is a section here that says Account Services and Settings. Let's go ahead and tap on this over here. Now, this is going to bring up a bunch of different settings here for us. And if you actually look over here on the left-hand side, it says Account Management, and there's a couple different options here, one of which says Open a New Account. So let's go ahead and click on this. Now, you can see on the right-hand side, we are still logged in here for us. So it's going to give us a couple different options. We can actually just toggle on the accounts we want. So for example, let's click on Savings Account, and it'll bring up all the different savings accounts that are available, one of which is a CD. There's also a kid savings account, but we just want a regular 360 performance savings. Make sure it has that because we want this really nice APY. Keep in mind, depending on when you're watching this APY could be higher or lower, but Capital One tends to have some of the highest compared to a lot of traditional banks. So from here, all we got to do is click on Open Account, and this is going to take us through the step-by-step process of opening up our account. So it's going to ask you some information here. So we're going to go ahead and click on Continue here afterwards. And from here, this is going to already pull in all of your information that you have on your Capital One account when you created your checking account. Now, if you haven't actually created an account before, this actually will be the process where you're plugging in your name, your date of birth, your social security number, as well as address and everything else included. So when you create your checking account for the first time, you can actually open up savings accounts at the same time with it. Where if you already have the checking account, this is where you go through and actually create individual savings accounts. So if you need to create 2 or 3, you'll go through this 2 or 3 separate times. Now, I'm not going to go through and create the full account, but I do want to let you know that here it's going to have all the information for you. If anything needs to change, make sure you click on, oops, that's a big pencil there. All we got to do is click on these little pencils over here to edit anything like your mailing address if that has changed. And then you click on confirm and continue. So from here, you could see you're plugging in your personal information. Then it's going to ask about the terms and conditions, making sure you agree with that. And then next up comes funding. You could choose not to fund the account, but keeping in mind you do need to add some kind of money in there by a certain time frame before it closes itself down. Even though that afterwards you'll never have to worry about that again. It's just the initial deposit. So you could choose to pull from your checking account or other savings accounts, or you can add money into it later, especially if you're getting paid soon and you want to do those automatic transfers as well. So once you do that, you will then have your savings account. You'll have your account number, your routing number, and everything else included with that. And then you could start transferring within a few moments. Sometimes you might have to sign out and sign back in for that account to show up on your screen. And then you can nickname it, you can rearrange it like you saw earlier that we were doing, and then you can set up everything automatically with your savings like we also showed you in today's video. I actually have more to show you when it comes to utilizing your Capital One account for banking, so check out our video right over here on screen to keep on learning.